Thanks, buddy. Welcome to Drinking Bros Sports, the College Hoops Podcast, Episode 8.
Ocho.
The Ocho, I guess, if we want to make that joke. Honestly, at this point in life, like 70% of the people who are most successful at hard quotes comedy here are really just quoting movies and bits and TV shows, right?
No, not at all. No.
Like they just recycle shit.
I'm not saying ESPN the Ocho. I'm not doing a dodgeball thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that's where it would progress for a lot of people.
Okay.
It's just like all anyone wants to do now is just like make cultural references. Nobody writes their own shit anymore.
No, now everybody just regurgitates what they hear on a podcast.
Yes. This is just my old man like shaking his stick
Yeah,
at the
that's
cloud.
the new movie quote guy. It's podcast quote guy.
What-
It's like I don't have my own personality, so
Yeah.
I just gotta like whatever I listen to, I just become that person.
But I feel like a lot of people
And that's why I only swing kettlebells and eat meat. Like Joe Rogan tells me to.
there you go.
Yeah.
But welcome to the College Hoops episode. We are on episode 8, and this was a pretty interesting week in college basketball.
The thing that sucks about doing like a podcast on a Monday is sure you get to like recap what happened on the weekend, but so much gets done during the regular week. First off, Larry Scott's gone.
Yeah, so this is
We're the last people to talk about it.
this is obviously it's bigger college football news than basketball news,
It's big,
but
it's
it's
just
both.
big Pac-12 news.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you want to just like give the people a rundown on how dog shit Larry Scott is as a Pac-12?
Yeah. So Larry Scott actually doesn't even have a background in basketball. He came from tennis, women's tennis. You know
Tight.
that, right?
Tight.
So he
Yeah.
pretty much rode the Serena Williams kind of celebrity to the Pac-12 job somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
He was like, I did stuff in sports.
Yeah.
Hire me to run your conference.
Takes over the Pac-12, decides, you know what, we need a big, cool headquarters in Silicon Valley. Because,
that's where the SEC's headquarters are. So obviously, like every successful conference has big, sexy headquarters in expensive cities.
of course,
Right.
the Big Ten in Indy.
Yeah,
Same.
fucking Indianapolis.
You're spending the same kind of capital putting a headquarters in Silicon Valley as you are in Indianapolis, right?
Yeah, and in what world did who was Larry Scott trying to fuck that he like needed to be in San Francisco or in Silicon Valley?
No, so he was under the impression that Silicon Valley was kind of by San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
If you've ever been, like, Silicon Valley's way out of the fucking way.
And that doesn't even include like traffic or anything. You just geography alone, it's out of the way, and then you take the actual like effort it take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan's saying it's just the worst. traffic.
Like it's there's before you even get to the commute, the geography alone is fucking insane.
So even before any sports are being played, he's spending $2 million, I believe, in rent.
Right.
Just having a headquarters.
Which is more thought than he put into any sort of like the conference being good strategy.
Right.
At all.
Like, let's not pump out our football or basketball teams.
No.
They developed the Pac-12 network.
Which they do. I will give credit to the Pac-12 network solely for hiring and employing Bill Walton.
Sure. But
Other than that, though, there's nothing going on there.
no, because the Pac-12, I believe the Pac-12 network doesn't actually pays. I think it pays some of the providers to like host their network on their platforms.
So essentially, there are 2 pretty good conference networks, 1 okay conference network, and then 2 dog shit other networks. The SEC network and the ACC network are pretty. They're the like top tier. Big Ten network's pretty good, but you kind of get like a cable access vibe from it from time to time.
Honestly, you roll out the Pac-12 network and it looks like your dad's like home
It's
shot
fucking
movies.
bad.
I don't know what they're doing.
The production value's bad, and they're
It's
in California.
one dude. Yeah, it's one dude.
They're in fucking California. The production value's dog shit. The talent's not good aside from Bill Walton.
Bill Walton, again, also not just the Pac-12 now. He does.
Well, yeah, he does national
he's
ESPN stuff
ESPN
too.
at this point. No, the Pac-12 is a
But
massive
the Pac-12,
colossal
the
failure.
only, and there's only one thing below the Pac-12 network,
What's that?
the Longhorn Network.
Yeah, no, that was also a colossal failure.
Yeah.
But that was backed by ESPN.
It
Pac-12
was.
Network is
It was, dude.
didn't have the same luxury.
One of the more hilarious things about the Longhorn Network is that I haven't had like cable for 3 or 4 years. So I had Sling.
Cut that cord, baby.
Yeah, I had Sling, then I switched to YouTube TV. I have the Pac-12 network on both of those. I don't have Longhorn Network.
Yeah, they can't give away the Pac-12 network for free. Like,
Yeah.
they might have to start paying us to actually watch the Pac.
Yeah.
Like have the Pac-12 network.
So he made a
in
dog
our
shit
package.
network. And let's not forget that like the Pac-12 is like barely hanging on as a Power 5 conference.
Yeah. When's the last time? So during the college football playoff, they've had one college football playoff team, Washington. And I believe they've only had since Larry Scott's been like kind of head of the conference. I think Oregon might be the only Final Four team. I might not be right on that.
Oh,
but
you are wrong. They've had two. Oregon was in the CFP as well.
no.
Yes, the first one.
Okay. Yeah.
They lost to Ohio State.
You're right.
Ross would happily skip
Correct
in here and
that,
tell you
yeah,
that. Yeah.
I actually don't know if he was commissioner then.
Oh, well, maybe it
Yeah,
wasn't. Either way, though, yeah, they have had a Final Four team in Oregon, I want to say. But overall, though, the quality of the conference has just gone to shit.
It's taken like it's essentially a glorified G5 conference at this point for all sports.
Is baseball still shitty? Or is baseball still good? I mean, because Pac-12 baseball's legit.
When's the last time like I don't know Arizona State won or even got in the mix?
I don't remember. This isn't a college baseball podcast because no one would listen to that.
Okay, so he's been commissioner for 11 years, his 11-year reign. So that would obviously include Oregon.
Yeah.
And, all right, so 2 college football playoff teams. And then Oregon made Final Four. Maybe, did UCLA in the last 11 years? No, I don't think so.
No, that was before him. So he has driven that conference to borderline G5 status.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And kind of bankrupted them in the process.
Yeah, if you really want to like get in the weeds and in depth with how terrible Larry Scott was, Ryan Russillo has like a really good like I don't know half-hour rant about it. So you can find it.
Yeah,
Just
if you
Google
really
it.
want to know. But the important thing is he's gone, so hopefully the Pac-12 is actually going to be good again. The Conference of Champions, as Bill Walton would say.
You got to think, right? I just don't understand how. And it's ever since he's taken over, like all these kids. I mean, they have the athletes, right? California.
I don't understand how a conference commissioner or whatever could have so much sway on like how is USC dog shit because of this guy? Like at football and basketball. Oh, they're good at basketball this year, but
TV deals, man.
Yeah, I guess,
I
man.
guess
Like,
just
it's-
that money.
yeah.
They're not. I mean, what's an SEC school pull in for football every year? Even if you're like Vandy, don't you pull in like $40 million from just
it's something obscene.
Shared
for
revenue?
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's something obscene, and that's before you get to like sharing playoff revenue from Alabama, basically us all sucking off of Bama's teat.
Craig Dulesky says, I would listen to a college baseball podcast rather than basketball.
Well, Craig,
thank
go
you for
fuck yourself.
Thank you for your support and
Yeah.
helping us juice those numbers. But
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. Craig, name fucking 3 college baseball players in the next 1 minute, so you can't Google it. You don't know who the fuck you're talking about. I couldn't name a college baseball player on Missouri even. But anyway, enough about Larry Scott. Let's talk about some fun stuff like DUIs and gun charges.
yeah, Tyrese Radford suspended indefinitely from Virginia Tech. He's the second leading scorer for the Hokies. Had a DUI and caught a gun charge. Kind of go hand in hand, right?
Yeah. So, because obviously once you get the DUI, they're going to sniff all through your car and find your weed and guns or whatever the fuck else.
Yep.
Here's what I want to know, and obviously like D'Anthony would say something along the lines of why the fuck shouldn't he have a gun type of thing.
Just go through the proper paperwork.
But here's my thing.
Register
like
that
you're
shit.
a college basketball player in the middle of nowhere, Virginia.
You're also like on a ranked Virginia team or Virginia Tech team. So like
Why? What do you need a gun for? And actually, fuck that even. Have your illegal gun. Order an Uber.
yeah, that's really what it
For
comes
the
down
love
to.
of God. Like,
During a pandemic,
you can get a fucking Uber, dude. I mean, yeah, I guess maybe he's worried about catching COVID. And
oh, he's playing it safe. This is caused
this is
by
safer than
the COVID protocols, where it's like you got to
because
kind of self-contain.
if he gets COVID and gives it to other people, he could kill 100 people butterfly effect wise. He hits someone with his car. drunk
Realistically,
driving,
it's only one person.
He
right?
kills
Right.
1-2 people. Yeah. So this actually driving drunk for Tyrese Radford was probably the responsible choice, and Virginia Tech should unsuspend him immediately.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how they kind of play.
They were having a nice season though.
They
And
were,
He's
so
their
it's
second
like-
leading scorer.
We'll see how the next few games play out and see if he magically.
By the way,
yeah.
indefinitely means like a game or two.
We'll see if he ends up back on the roster by
He'll be-
ACC tournament time.
Well, so actually, if it was just the DUI, I would say he sticks around. The gun charge.
Gun charges, but it's Virginia.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more acceptable. you
Yeah,
know?
but they don't. It's Virginia Tech, and I don't know if Blacksburg cares that much about basketball
Yeah,
players.
it's not Syracuse. It's not like upstate New York. It's not
that
California.
worse?
It's not. I don't know. California, UCLA. I feel like it's worse than that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, Virginia Tech's having a good season. They've been a dangerous team in the ACC all year.
And the ACC is starting to pop off a little bit, but teams that aren't your typical blue bloods.
Well, I think, yeah, because
Virginia obviously starting to put a run together.
I think Virginia. The only reason Virginia is not a blue blood at this point is just because they don't have a long enough history. But
Tony
they're an
Bennett
elite
gets
program.
one more. I think they're blue blood.
Yeah, you
officially.
think they're blue?
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
we'll pin that down.
They're light blue. But yeah, so
Their applications in the
Yes.
in for processing.
yeah, but yeah, there's really two teams in the ACC.
3. Well, Virginia Tech,
Yes,
Virginia,
yes,
and Florida State.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I think there's a huge gap between Florida State and Virginia Tech.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I think Virginia is starting to play terrifyingly good, and so is Florida State.
They're starting to reveal who they really are. I remember a few weeks back you were trying to talk up Clemson, and I was just like, nah, I'll take Florida State.
I
Florida
liked
State's-
Clemson's defense, and I watched a couple games, and then they're like, they just look like a good team. Like they're just athletic and
Yeah, but
and
then
seem
they
fine,
got
but-
the national recognition, and then they shat their pants.
Clemson is the Rutgers of the ACC, where you
They really are. Ever since you start talking about them,
Yeah.
they just fucking rolled down a
shit
hill.
the fucking bed. Like last week, Virginia like shit hot fire down
Georgia Tech beat them.
beat.
I remember you were giving me shit. You're like, oh, you think Georgia Tech's going to cover against Clemson? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Beat 'em outright.
bad call on my part. Georgia
them
Tech
outright.
is Georgia Tech is not going to make the tournament, but they are the type of team like nobody should want to play them.
They're pesky.
They pesky as fuck. Do they have 5 real estate agents starting for their team? Is
Well,
it just a bunch of
their coach, Josh Pastner, is
Yeah.
the ultimate real estate agent.
He is like Mr. Pesky. Just
He definitely would show you a few homes in the Atlanta area. Coming off, I mean,
Yeah, Pastner looks like a real estate agent.
right. He took over for Calipari at Memphis
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of, he's just fine enough to like make your program 500.
Yeah, people really don't give enough credit to the fact that everything he did was off of Calipari at
Right.
Memphis.
So those first few years, not bad, right? Like,
Yeah,
they're
pretty good. Like it was
like-
still like, oh, Memphis is still Memphis.
8-10 losses a year, pretty solid. Memphis would
Tournament
make the
team.
tournament, yeah. And then he got his own guys,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then not so much.
And there's a reason why he's at Georgia Tech now.
To be fair though, Georgia Tech has a decent basketball history.
Yeah,
Like they're
for
not
sure.
they're not like they have a decent sports history. They're not a bottom barrel team in anything.
Yeah, I think their football team and their basketball team are kind of living off that like 80s, 90s.
For fucking sure. Yeah.
They're not like glory,
They're good at baseball too.
but
Like,
just
they're-
relevance.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, man, FSU and Virginia are at this point head and
Bennett ball,
shoulders.
baby.
What?
Bennett ball.
Bennett ball. You can only doubt it for so long.
It's just kind of, you're playing the percentages, right? It
Right.
eventually will even out.
Yeah.
That's just Bennett ball.
That just eventually you won't be able to beat the most annoying system in the world.
Yeah, and they're
Like
limited in
they just
possessions.
grind you in a game and in a season, grind you to fucking death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus our Hauser brother finally showing up.
Their Hauser brother is fucking hot. And I mean that physically and in a basketball sense as well. We'll get to him later, but
We
he had
will.
a nice week. Baylor racked up 2 more wins in the Big 12, relatively easy.
Covered against Oklahoma State. First time Oklahoma State's lost a game, so they're 10-4 now. Oklahoma State 9-4, 10-4.
Something like that. Yeah,
But
yeah.
they haven't lost a game by more than one possession.
Oklahoma State?
Yes.
Until now?
Until the Baylor game.
Yeah, because Baylor is
Baylor rocked
a
their
machine.
shit. Yes.
I want to say Butler has had Butler's last week was just out of control.
Yeah.
He's as hot as can be, and Baylor is like the Kansas even in the Kansas game too. Like
backdoor cover with that
That was
three-point shot.
that was bullshit. But like they had Kansas at arm's length the
It
entire
was like
time.
the biggest 8-point blowout you've ever seen
Pretty much, yeah.
against Kansas.
Kansas, it made it look, even without the backdoor cover, you would have seen like, 10, 11 points and been like, okay.
Yeah.
It was not like that. Like, Baylor just stiff-armed them the whole fucking game. Texas is the only team that can catch Baylor right now unless something catastrophic happens.
You mean like Shaka Smart getting COVID?
Yeah. Well, something catastrophic to Baylor happens, which it won't, and now Texas's coach has COVID.
Yep. And probably they might shut down the program for a few weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So is that gonna deprive us of a Texas Baylor game?
Probably, right?
Like Baylor,
It'll eventually, like,
here's the one thing that scares me about Baylor, and I'm still on Baylor as winning the national championship as of now.
okay, well,
Just because I got to stick to my guns.
going to go Zags, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
I know. Baylor keeps having their best games canceled.
So kind of. Gonzaga.
Maybe Texas, depending on what happens. I want to see when they play Texas. But like they have missed some bullets. Like they've dodged some bullets in terms of scheduling.
That's just COVID.
Yeah,
man.
so they're scheduled to play. Baylor is scheduled to play Texas on February 2nd, so in a week.
Okay. So a week for Shaka to recover. Usually they shut down the program for 2 weeks? If they do shut down the program?
If they do shut down the program,
okay.
yeah.
Because Michigan just got shut down again.
But dude, even if Shaka's not there, that's still kind of an asterisk of a win if they win it,
I guess.
right?
Yeah.
Your head coach isn't there.
Yeah. I mean, college basketball coaches are.
It's a lot. Like they influence like substitutions, like
drawing up
fucking
plays.
Like
yeah.
they call inbound.
It's not
plays.
isolation like the NBA, where like an NBA coach doesn't really have to do much.
No, not at all. I'm a little worried about Baylor having like their schedule or their resume looking better than it is. Kind of like it's.
I'm more worried about the fucking tournament not happening, because people just don't care about college basketball.
That's fair.
People that do really care.
That's fair. I actually almost introed this episode today with "Welcome to the podcast" about the second least popular major sport in America,
What's the first?
NHL.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say college because at least like the tournament gets way more ratings than anything the NHL does.
And NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, everyone's like, "Oh man, it's the best," but you're not tuning in
If
for
it's
the
your
regular
team.
season. Yeah.
And even in the NHL, when it's my team, like I'll watch the Blues all fucking day. But if I turn on like Flyers, Canadians, and over on the eastern side or just something random, it takes 1 minute for me to be like, I mean, this is kind of fun to watch, but I just don't care at all.
Put a little respect on the black and orange.
You guys have top 5 jersey.
Gritty, baby.
In the league.
Top one mascot.
That's true.
I admittedly have not watched a whole lot of hockey since I moved to Texas. I've kind of lost, like, ever since 2010 when Patrick Kane kind of ripped our souls out in the Stanley Cup when he hit that Game 6 winner, or back of the net. He was the only person who knew he actually scored. I haven't really been a big hockey fan, yeah.
Daniel Villarreal says they let you use the big boy set tonight.
Yeah, it's just easy.
The cameras are already set up.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ivan Huerta says he hit the Baylor over 2 weeks ago last week after we doubted it. Okay, fair enough. And he has Tech. Ivan Huerta says he has Tech minus 1.5 tonight. I'm trying to remember who they play. I think it's West Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia right now is rolling Syracuse. Not a big surprise.
That does not surprise me.
West Virginia's playing Tech, yeah.
I actually think I put that on the underwatch for tonight. By the way,
At West Virginia, 1.5. Well, kind of like West Virginia there.
That's a pick 'em to me. I don't know. That's a fucking coin toss. But anyway, yeah, Baylor's the best team in the Big 12, blah, blah. Here's my big question of the week in terms of looking back. Is the SEC deep, or is everyone in the conference just kind of meh? Because we know the ACC isn't that deep, but we know the Big 10 and the Big 12 are fucking absurd. The thing is, and the Big 10's eating itself alive.
The SEC is just top heavy.
But there's like teams are beating each other from, I don't know what, call it 7 up, 8
Right.
up. Like there are teams, anyone's beating anyone. right now.
Well, I think Alabama's obviously the class of the SEC, undefeated in conference, 8-0. I don't know. If I was to pick an SEC team, I know it's kind of chalk right now, but yeah, I'd go with Alabama.
Okay, but is the conference a good basketball conference right now, or is the talent kind of overrated? But it's fooling, like the fact that they're eating each other is fooling us into thinking maybe it's deeper.
Mizzou's good. Alabama's good.
Tennessee's good.
Tennessee's been kind of
They're on a 2-game losing streak.
to both y'all and Florida, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're kind of whatever. Arkansas, the must bus.
Arkansas, I want to say, is a
Yeah.
top fucking like 40 Ken Pom team, maybe 30.
I think they're going to be good
Top
in a
40.
few years, right?
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always hear that.
Once he gets his recruits in, once he gets his guys in,
always hear that.
you got to let Must Bus drive his own car, okay? Yeah, another top heavy. Look, A&M's not good. Georgia's not good. Auburn's not good. Mississippi's not good. Mississippi State's not really good. Kentucky is
Talented.
talented, but trash this year.
I would say, so just based on Ken Pom, if you don't want to go off the AP
Didn't
rankings. or
LSU just got rolled, right?
whatever, by Alabama, though.
Yeah.
Bama,
No, they got rolled by Kentucky, too.
Bama, Tennessee. Oh, yeah, they did.
They got
which we
rolled by
called, by the
Kentucky,
way.
yeah.
Bama, Tennessee, Florida, Missouri, Arkansas, and LSU are all in the top 40 on Ken Pom. That's 6 teams in the top 40, which is pretty fucking good. I mean, that's arguably like 5 to 6 tournament teams out of the conference.
Yeah.
But I can't decide.
I don't see it.
I can't decide if these teams are good. Because I look at Missouri even, and I'm like, I don't know if this team is good. They're just winning somehow.
Shouts to Vandy, who's 0-5 in conference play.
They might end up calling it quits like the fucking women's team did.
They might have to, yeah.
Yeah. Which, why not? Honestly.
Yeah. Like,
Fuck it.
Yeah, your year's over.
Like, yeah.
Why
who
waste
cares?
the resources?
Fuck,
Yeah.
Fuck the shitty court. Fuck the shitty season.
So Alabama's, I mean, Missouri's kind of fake. LSU, no. Florida, no.
I don't know. I wouldn't call Missouri fake.
You guys
They're
are
just
fake.
weird. They're just weird. I don't know if I believe it.
Ever since you guys lost to Mississippi State after blowing, what, like a fucking 14-point
Oh, I'm sorry. Did
halftime
you
lead?
not see the top 10 road win 2 days ago?
Oh, shit. Road win? That counts as 2 then.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Obviously. We have the most quad 1 wins in the fucking country aside from Gonzaga.
Yeah, but if apparently quad 1 includes all these shitty-ass SEC teams, no thank
like
you.
Tennessee?
Tennessee's not good, man.
Tennessee is-
I've lost a lot of money on Tennessee.
Tennessee is cold.
It's,
And I think
it's also just a Rick Barnes team. Like,
Yeah.
do I really trust Rick Barnes? No.
So you don't think the SEC is that good? Final answer.
Final answer, SEC is not very good, but I do trust Alabama as a decent team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the big news of this week was that Coach K is mean.
What's your major? What's your major?
That's a pretty solid Coach K, to be honest.
You just got to be, like, super weaselly.
So basically, Coach K, if you guys don't know this, Coach K fucking got a question, like a dumb, like generic question from a student.
He's
that
doing a
was
Zoom call with, student reporter.
from the Duke newspaper. I think the Chronicle is what it's called, like the Duke student newspaper.
Yeah.
Which is like, by the way, I don't know how Duke's journalism school is, but like at Mizzou.
Always comes back to Mizzou.
Well,
huh?
that's where I went to college, so
Big
I can
J,
relate
baby.
this. Yeah. At the University of Missouri, it was like the third tier journalism students were the ones that actually worked for the Maneater, like the school newspaper. Like that was your all the smart kids worked for the actual newspapers in town, like the Missourian.
Sure.
Or they worked for the TV stations, and then you just had like the leftovers would work for the Maneater, essentially. So I wonder if that's the same with Duke, first off, where like just the idiot kids work for.
It's not that, but just answer the question, my guy. It's not hard.
But
This is just classic Coach K. When he beats a team, he goes into their fucking locker room, gives them a speech, cucks their own coach because he's Coach K. He makes up excuses all the time. I'm just tired of it, man. He used to bitch constantly about the one and done, and here he is just
reaping.
That's his
reaping.
entire philosophy now is one and done.
Think about how Well, I guess Gonzaga and Baylor are here, so that's one thing. But if Coach K had like a classic Coach K team, like we're talking like 2005 Coach K team,
Yeah, John Shire team.
they'd be unfucking stoppable this year because it's all the veteran teams it's all the older teams that are winning because they know how to like. Just,
Gonzaga, but also you got Jalen Suggs.
it's fine to have like a
you
freshman.
sprinkle in-
Yeah,
you sprinkle
the
in a
five
lottery
stars in.
pick, you know?
You sprinkle the lottery pick in. That's how you do in college basketball.
Yeah, but like obviously with Kentucky, Duke this year, it's kind of proven. Hey, these one and dones just can't come in and fucking, especially during a COVID like shortened.
real fucked up season.
Season.
Yeah, where like there's like a lot of mental aspects to it that are fucked. Yeah, they can't do it.
Yeah, there's just no chemistry there.
No, none, and that's what they need this year. But dude, do you actually give a like? I know you think Coach K is a weasel.
He fucking fakes back injuries. Oh, my back.
I don't give a fuck that Coach K was like, "What's your major?"
What's
Whatever,
your
dude,
major?
whatever. Fuck it.
Ah.
He doesn't dye his hair. He's a nice guy.
Oh, sure. He's all about Team USA.
Loves America. Served in the army. I'm a patriot. So
Well,
I
he
like
was
Coach K.
he was at the academy, right?
Yeah, he went to West Point. He was a player for Bobby Knight.
Sure. So he was a captain without actually having no experience anything. Go on.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't go to Nam.
Nope.
Coach K wasn't in
Sure,
Nam.
sure didn't.
Fuck.
Sure he weaseled his way out of that too.
He just goes to the draft. What's your major? Sir, this is the draft board.
No.
No.
How are you?
Anyway, I don't know. That whole Coach K thing was over fucking rated.
No, he just sucks. So like,
That's
I mean,
fine that you
he's
think
the
he sucks.
he's
He was
the
not being
greatest
a dick.
college.
He wasn't being a dick to that kid.
It doesn't
though.
matter. He's the greatest college basketball coach of all time, but he still sucks. So like,
That's fair.
it is
Do
what
you
it
think
is.
Nick Saban sucks?
No, I love Nick Saban.
Okay.
Nick Saban, for whatever reason, every unlikable aspect about Coach K, Saban kind of has similar things, but he knows how to like play to it. He's not trying to be one thing and is another. Saban's like face value. He is what you know what Saban is. Like he doesn't try to put up this like fake
Okay.
personality that Coach K does. I think yeah, Coach K is just like Nick Saban if he just tried to hide everything. Saban's just up front and he's cool and he does better commercials.
Do you think Coach K? Do you remember when Coach K was rumored to be the next coach of the Lakers like a million years ago?
So is Calipari is every year too.
No, but this was like I don't know. It was right after Phil Jackson left, and ESPN had this whole thing about that Duke student wrote him a letter, please stay, and it was like on Sports Center.
That Coach K probably wrote himself.
I was about to say, do you think Coach K leaked and or wrote that?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Or no, he had one of his assistants write that.
Look up this letter if you've never heard about this before. This fucking Duke student, just to use
It was Jeff Capel. It wasn't a student. He had Jeff Capel write that fucking letter.
Well, allegedly, this Duke student wrote the letter. So they had a crisis actor for Duke on
No,
Sports
just
Center.
their assistant, his right hand man before he went to Pitt, Jeff Capel, just writing that letter.
No, but I'm
Anything
saying
Coach K asked for, he
there
would
was a
do.
whole Sports Center segment on it where they read the letter and they interviewed the kid.
crisis actor.
So
yes,
crisis
yes,
actor is
yes,
what I'm
yes,
saying.
yes.
He's a crisis actor.
Of course, yeah.
The Duke. So Coach K hired a crisis actor for
It's
that
all
whole
PR, baby.
Yeah,
That's
whole
all it is.
situation.
Yeah.
YouTube that shit if you've never seen it. It is the corniest, most cringeworthy. Like this basically adult man. Like he's a student at Duke, so like a legal adult. Was just like, dear Coach Krzyzewski, you mean so much to the like. It was rough, dude. And I've done some cheesy, corny shit rooting for my teams over the years, and I couldn't handle it. Like it was hard to watch.
I've never disliked any Duke player. I've always just disliked the program because of Coach K.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I've never disliked a Duke player either.
I like JJ Redick.
I liked him.
Great sixer.
You like him now. Did you like him at the time?
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
Because he played the game.
The only player I've really disliked is Grayson Murray, but like
Grayson, what? Allen?
or Grayson Allen.
Yeah. Grayson
who's-
Allen sucks.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck's Grayson Murray? Grayson Murray's a golfer. Sorry. Yeah, Grayson Allen.
Yeah. Anyway, the other thing is two last things. The Big Ten eating itself alive,
Yeah.
as it does. Purdue beat. I'm just gonna read this off real quick.
Purdue stinks, but they beat Ohio State.
Purdue beat Ohio State. Penn State beat Rutgers. Indiana beat.
Everyone is beating Rutgers.
Yeah.
Let's make a pact. We are no longer mentioning the R words.
No R words?
No.
Okay, but I have to mention it once more, then we'll stop.
fine.
Penn State beat Rutgers. Penn State sucks, by the way.
Sure, yeah, they do. I mean, they've always sucked.
Indiana beats Iowa. Michigan beats Purdue, who beat Ohio State.
The Indiana-Iowa win that's something to keep an eye on. That's a good win. That's a really good win.
Yeah, well, you might want to take that back in 2 seconds. Michigan beats Purdue. Ohio State beats Wisconsin. Then Rutgers beats Indiana.
I know.
So, I don't know.
It's like, but that's again, Indiana runs like their own like Frankenstein version of Bennett ball.
That's the new thing. So, like, I feel like the pack line defense is going to become, it's not going to be as prevalent, but it's almost going to be like a spread offense in the 2000s type of situation.
It's kind of weird, right? Because you're going to run that when you're less talented.
As well, you should, yeah.
But Indiana is Indiana. Like, they should get
They're
those
not there
guys.
yet. They're not there yet.
You need to get, I mean, it's Indiana. Like, that is college basketball. When you think,
Yeah, but they're not the same. I mean, dude, even UCLA. Like,
are you saying Indiana basketball is the Nebraska football of college hoops?
I wouldn't go that far, but
Okay.
they're not impervious to that type of shit. Yeah.
Did
no.
Crean leave the covert dry?
Probably.
Yeah.
Didn't they get hit with sanctions or something like that? Indiana always does.
Nah,
Whatever.
not recently. But
I mean, Indiana's good, and they'll make the tournament, but they're not back to like full Indiana. And dude, no team can just like grab 5 stars at will anymore. If that was true, UCLA would be a 1 seed every year.
But again, Pac-12 kind of tanked these last 11 years.
Pac-12 has 1 ranked team right now, and I'm worried they might not get more than 2 teams in.
Is it USC?
It's UCLA.
Okay, well, USC's getting in.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is they only have 1 ranked team. I'm worried they might only get 2 teams into the tournament.
Okay.
Oregon would be the other one. Oregon would be the third, but they have 4 losses.
I just don't think college basketball is that deep to where the Pac-12 is only getting 2 teams in.
Yeah, I agree. Like overall, I would say.
Yeah.
But I don't.
And typically,
Outside of
like
3,
a
though?
normal Pac-12 season, they get like 3 or 4 teams in anyway. Arizona State's definitely not getting in. We have written them off. They are done.
As well, we should.
Rightfully
They're
so. But like
fucking worthless.
I mean, they were preseason AP top. Were they top 15 at one point?
They were definitely top 25. That's all I know for sure.
Yeah. They're going back to back with Arizona tonight, or maybe tomorrow. But just coming off an L to
also
who,
Remy's-
by the way, like
Remy's soft as shit.
we haven't really addressed Sean Miller, right?
What?
Since
his
we've been on
dirtbag
this,
status,
since we
or-
started the show. No, how they've very classy move by Arizona. They are not going to play in the tournament this year. They're sitting this one out.
Oh wow, that's really nice of them.
Yeah.
Oh, there is one other team that's like decent in the Pac-12, aside from Oregon and USC and UCLA. Colorado, your Buffs.
They're not very good though. They lost to Washington.
Yeah.
You can't really say, "Oh, the Buffs are good."
Here's the thing though, they're 12-4, and yeah, you can look at their record or whatever, but they're 12-4, and in a COVID-shortened year, if they pull out 8 wins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If they win 8 out of their next 11 games, like how are you going to keep a 20-win P5 team out of the tournament in a
Also, I
in a
think
COVID year?
Sean Miller might have spoke out of turn. Arizona's 11-3 right now.
I know.
Let's see if he revisits those comments later on in the season.
Yeah,
if they're eligible for the tournament. I think there was like the self-imposed sanctions.
Yeah, that's what you do. I know a Kansas fan who told me, I DM'd him before the season started. I was like, hey, what do you think about Kansas this year? Just like we're doing this podcast, and I know you're like deep fucking into KU basketball. Just give me your thoughts. And he was like, I hope we self-impose this year. He was like, fuck it. Fuck this year. It's COVID. Fuck everything. We're going to get sanctions really, really soon. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
That's really how I justify all my sports teams being trash this year. It's
It's
COVID. It's
COVID.
COVID, man. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
a real year.
COVID, dude.
Not a
Fuck
real
doesn't
year.
matter.
You win a championship this year, it doesn't count.
It 100% counts. Flags fly forever.
Yeah, that's true. 2017 UCF, never forget.
I don't think does anyone give a shit that the Red Sox won a World Series during the fucking Spanish flu?
I didn't even know that.
1918.
I didn't realize they were still playing because I thought everybody was at war.
No, not those cowards.
I thought
Yeah.
not those cowards. I remember the 1919 Chicago Black Sox, of course.
Also during the pandemic,
Yeah.
I think they lost to the Reds. They threw it to the Reds.
Okay.
Yeah. But guess what? That flag flies forever too. Go Reds.
Like
If you're Cincinnati, you would never take that flag down, right?
no,
No, take that.
No, just take what you can
If you're
get.
dumb enough to like give it to us. Fucking take it.
God, that had to be a fucking rough time to be. I mean, there were milkmen, essentially. They were just running out guys who would deliver milk to your front door.
Do you think, how good of a baseball player do you think you would be if you hopped in a time machine and jumped out in 1918?
I'm a generally good, like, overall athlete, so I think I would be, I wouldn't say I'm Babe Ruth, but
You're in the Hall of Fame. If you start your career in 1918.
I'm the same size as that I am now.
Yes.
So I'm like 6'1".
No, you were getting a time machine.
Yeah.
You're not being raised on like breast milk that doesn't have the right nutrition in it as an infant. And
Do
then
I have
eating,
all like the nutritional information I know now?
Yes.
Like,
It's
I know how
just
to
you
lift.
from now in a time.
But with my brain now.
Yes.
Oh, I destroy. I'm like one of the best athletes of that generation. It's not even close. No, it's not. It's not a competition, but like it kind of is. I would be like borderline Babe Ruth. Yes.
Okay.
What about you? What do you think?
Oh, I think I could be a professional athlete in baseball in
Yeah,
1918.
I don't know if I'm going. I guess baseball is the biggest sport at the time.
You couldn't be a boxer.
Why don't you think I could be a boxer?
Well, because first off, once you're there, you're trapped there. You can't come back to the present for medicine
Yeah.
or to heal.
Am I getting touched though? I feel like they're slow.
I don't think they're as
They're
slow as you think they
slower.
are. I don't think they're as slow
They're
as you think they are.
fatter.
Nah, not the boxers. I think they're still pretty fucking fast.
All right, the boxers are fine. Yeah, I'll go baseball
Yeah, baseball, because there's
Can I just
three
play-
sports back then.
or basketball.
That's not real. I mean, it exists, but nobody gives a shit. Yeah, you could go win. Yeah, I guess UCF doesn't exist, but you could go win some school like 5 national titles in a row
Right.
in 1918.
I'll go to UCLA for sure back then, or like a college football team. I feel like college football. The NFL wasn't around, but I know just leather.
Yeah, you could also win some natties in college football for sure.
Yeah, you put any. I think me or Georgia, we go back to 1918. We're all-time athletes. Yeah, easily. It's without question. I know all the I know how to properly train. I know how to properly eat.
Yeah, well, you still have to get
I'm
that
fucking
food.
these short white dudes up. All right,
that's fair.
in every sport.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. You don't have to play black guys.
No, it's just all white guys.
It's all.
It's like playing intramurals.
Yeah, there's like 100 black guys in the stands that could fucking murder you at this sport, and you're just like, I'm the greatest. Hey.
Right, I've already did this. It was called UCF Greek League intramurals. Yeah,
That's fair.
but less competition.
All right, we're moving on to the underporn. And I didn't even bother pasting anything in this week because I didn't want to read it because it was so long. It took Dayton, the University of Dayton,
They are really missing Obi Toppin.
it took them 15 minutes to get to double digits in points in the game against VCU this
The
week.
men's team.
The men's team.
Okay.
15 minutes. So there were 5 minutes left in the first half when their score finally had 2 numbers in it. And I just want to take this moment just to like.
What did
almost
VCU have by the time they scored double digits?
it was like 20.
Oh, okay. So this under hit hard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You already cashed that ticket first.
but
10 minutes into the
I just
game.
want to take this moment because I feel bad for Dayton.
They got robbed.
Dayton,
Last year was their year.
last year was Dayton's year.
And all they got to experience was the Maui Invitational.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of their year.
And here's the thing, like there are other schools that obviously had a great shot of winning last year.
They didn't even win the
Gonzaga-
Maui. They lost the Maui, but they made the finals. That was their highlight.
Right. They had, but like other schools had a shot to win last year, but they're going to have other chances. Gonzaga, Florida State, for example.
Yeah, Dayton.
Dayton, for Dayton last year, that is a once in a generation shot at a championship.
There's no such thing as like reloading at
No.
Dayton. No.
No.
Unfortunately.
What they do now is score 9 points in 15 minutes.
And you hate to see that.
It's
You
fucking
truly
awful.
do.
Dayton was my favorite school that I visited but didn't go to. Like,
Go Flyers, man.
Dude, Dayton is a rad school.
It's not.
I felt super bad for those kids. It's really fun. It's a fun ass school.
If I never set foot in the state of Ohio again, I'll live a happy life.
I'm not selling you the city of Dayton or the state of Ohio. I'm selling you I'm selling you the university. Dayton is a dope school. It's fun as fuck. I just feel bad for those kids. I feel bad for the alums. Fuck, man, that was their shot. Like that's the stars aren't going to align again for minimum 10 years.
Well, do they hang a banner for Player of the Year? Because did Obi Toppin win National Player of the Year?
I don't know. Let me check.
I believe. I think he did. It kind of like everything got canceled, so all the awards kind of went on the DL. But I believe Obi Toppin won last year. But yeah, Dayton trying to recover. And it's
never
gonna happen.
it's never happening
That's
again.
the best year you ever have.
Yeah.
And I mean, as a UCF fan, I get it. We'll never have another Mackenzie Milton year.
No. There'll never be like Missouri. As much as I'm like, we're gonna get back there. Like we'll never. We could have another great basketball year. Like we're having a good year this year. Basketball's fine for us, but like in football, that's where for Missouri.
And you guys came out hot. You were like, oh, we're gonna make the first 2 SEC championships that we're in.
Yeah. And I was like, this is the beginning.
Sure wasn't.
No, it
Sure
was
wasn't.
the peak. Yeah.
It's like peaking in middle school.
But anyway,
man.
R.I.P. Dayton. I feel bad for you guys. I just want Dayton fans to know my heart is with you.
Yeah. Hauser brother power ranking. Just a quick little update.
I just want to know, is Joey Hauser even trying
It doesn't
anymore?
seem like it because he didn't play a single game.
Does he care about what we think about him?
Joey, you got to show up.
It's like, yeah, he doesn't
0
care.
games?
It's pathetic.
How are you not going to show up?
I don't like his attitude anymore.
No.
I don't like anything about Joey. Joey Hauser, I might just keep him second because of his attitude from here on out. Won't play a game.
Refuses.
Yeah.
Simply refuses
It's
to
pathetic.
play a game.
It's pathetic.
It's on him. It's not the program.
No, it's not
It's
the
not
program.
Michigan State.
It's
I
not
think Joey's going up to Izzo, and he's like, "Hey, man,
I
just
still
not
don't feel
feeling it
safe.
today.
Yeah, I still don't feel safe.
Don't feel safe. We got to cancel some games."
Yeah.
And I think Joey is kind of holding the program hostage.
I would like to further this conspiracy theory that Joey Hauser is indeed forcing Michigan State to cancel games because he's
a coward.
Yes,
That's
a
why.
coward. I was going to say germophobic, but coward is better.
He's a coward.
He's a coward.
He knows that his brother is just running the score up on him. He knows Sam's just lighting it up, and he refuses to even be put on the same level as Sam.
No, there's I forget the name of it, but there's a thing people do, like it's like a psychological thing. But when people know that they're like going to get hopelessly beat, they like purposely start being bad at it. So it's like, oh,
They
yeah.
self-sabotage?
Yeah, they self-sabotage. And I think Joey knows that Sam
Oh, I'm familiar.
is so
That's my life,
Yeah.
right? Like, I know things aren't really going to work out for the D-man, right? So I just, I'm a moron. Hey.
Yeah, I'm so dumb.
I'm such an idiot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what Joey's doing. He knows he isn't as good as Sam. He certainly knows he isn't as hot as Sam.
Of course. Yeah.
Sam's
I mean,
hotter Hauser brother.
So he's just the more self-aware Hauser brother.
yes, he is the more self-aware.
Which is
Hauser
a
brother.
good quality to have.
It's not bad, no.
No, but like sometimes you get in your own head. Trust me.
But we will ding you. We will knock points off for not having faith in yourself.
Of course, yeah. No,
Yeah.
College, like all sports, it's all about just having that blind confidence,
Irrational fucking confidence.
despite proof of the contrary. Like,
Yeah.
Lance Stevenson, not a good basketball player.
There
but
would
he
be-
believed in himself.
There would be no one on NBA benches if people didn't irrationally believe in themselves.
And actually, no. Well, if people actually irrationally believed in themselves, these guys that are playing in Europe would actually make the league.
I agree with that. Everything is your fault.
Yes.
Like for not your fault, but look inward. Always.
In order to achieve success in all aspects of life, not just basketball, you just have to not be aware of anything at all. None of your surroundings, not yourself, not internally. Always look ahead, keep the blinders on, and just fucking go for
and
it.
just believe that you're the best.
Believe that you're the best in anything you do.
So maybe do a lot of cocaine. That's a shortcut.
And just anybody
Just
that
to
tells you like if somebody says you're not as good as you are, just cut them out of your life.
That person is what we call a hater.
Yes. And if you do address them, make sure it's on Instagram.
Oh, Davey Jacobson has a question here. Oh, first off, Andrew Longfellow says Sam Hauser making a case. Flex arm. Sam Hauser is number one for the rest of the year as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
But Davey Jacobson says, had COVID not happened, would San Diego State have made it to the NCAA finals? That's another school that got fucked. But San Diego State's still good this year.
No. Yeah, no, they're not.
They're not as good.
They're
but yeah,
not.
Davey, San Diego State got fucked also. I would say San Diego State got fucked second hardest
Are we not paying enough attention to the Mountain West basketball?
to Dayton. I think we're paying an appropriate amount of attention.
Should we do a whole segment on Mountain West basketball?
Yeah, just Mountain Best.
Utah State. Boise's. I
Not bad.
feel like we haven't mentioned Boise at all this year.
Why would we?
They're good.
They're fine.
They're fine.
Is that how many bids do you think that league gets? 2?
Between San Diego State, BYU.
Oh, maybe 3. So 2 for sure because BYU is going to be in, I think.
Oh, fuck. This weekend also happened. Air Force. I sent you a screenshot, right? At one point to San Diego State, I believe they were down 66-11.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. No respect for the troops at all.
No, I never really do have respect for the troops in sports.
Well, I meant San Diego State. Yeah,
With all
the
due
troops.
respect,
The troops
guys.
aren't great at
Yeah,
sports.
yeah.
That's respect for the troops in general, but they don't play sports well.
Boise's 11-1.
So they're probably a 3-bid league.
Boise, Utah State, San Diego State, maybe BYU.
Yeah, let's call it 3 for now.
Okay.
Sorry, we're getting the betting picks this week. These are mostly the big games, just because you don't want to hear what I think about East Carolina.
You just want the line. You don't give a shit about the actual game. Wisconsin, Maryland, Wisconsin -2.
It's Wisconsin at Maryland. That could go either way. Like that's like a coin flip, but I like the fact that Wisconsin is generally a way better team than Maryland.
They did get their shit pushed in by Ohio State, but Ohio State's a good team.
Yeah, and Maryland is really inconsistent.
That is what I call pandering to Ross, who's going to listen to this later.
Yeah. I would take. I just have, that this is a kind of a coin flip game in that the Big Ten eats itself constantly, but like Wisconsin is a way better team than Maryland,
Yep.
and I could
Maryland stinks.
Yeah, I could easily
Let's
see them
proceed.
winning by more than a bucket.
Louisville, Clemson.
I like Louisville +1. Louisville's coming in hot. Clemson is our new Rutgers.
And with that logic, I'm taking Clemson. When you zig, I zag.
That's fair.
Yeah. Michigan State, Rutgers, the R words. Michigan State stinks too, man.
I know, but
Is this game going to happen?
Joey Hauser.
Is Joey going to call for
Joey
this game
Hauser
to-
needs to get his shit together.
I think he might call for this game to be canceled as well.
Okay, well then it's a push if it does.
It never happens. It's not a push.
Well, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. But I will take Michigan State. That's how little faith I have in Rutgers.
All right,
Michigan
I'll
State +2.
I'll take the R words.
Wow, look at you.
I'll keep going
All
back
right.
to that fucking well.
St. Louis
That
at
well of
Richmond.
poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SLU at Richmond. St. Louis at Richmond.
Richmond.
SLU's -1 at Richmond.
I'll take Richmond outright.
Richmond is not as good as we thought, and SLU is better than we thought.
Yeah.
I'll take a good road win from SLU here all day.
Okay. Iowa, Illinois. Love Iowa.
Yeah. Iowa is +1 in this game.
Illinois can't beat any respectable program.
They can, but they're just inconsistent as fuck. Here's the note I made on this. So Iowa's probably going to win this game, so I like Iowa +1. What you really need to do is
Anytime you bet on Illinois basketball, it's going to be 5-10 minutes into the game, and Illinois is going to have maybe 7 points, and you're like, wow, they're 3 for 22 already. Cool.
Yeah.
Illinois' best wins. Let's look. Just coming off a W against Penn State.
Which, who cares?
Yeah, they lost.
Illinois, by the way, I should note, is still ranked 7th in KenPom.
Beat Purdue, beat Northwestern,
Beat Duke.
Indiana, Penn State. Duke's not good. Lost to Rutgers, lost to Ohio State. Beat Minnesota, but not at Minnesota. Minnesota at Minnesota is a totally different team.
Beat
We
Indiana.
know this. Lost to Mizzou, lost to Baylor. Illinois is not very good.
Illinois is pretty fucking good talent-wise. They're just really inconsistent. Here's the thing I love, though. So I think Iowa wins this game, so Iowa +1. That's fine. Take the over on Iowa points. I think it was like 81. I could see this game being like 91-86 or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, Iowa doesn't play defense, but they will.
Neither does Illinois.
They will drop a hundo on you.
So here's where the week gets interesting. It's Big 12 SEC showdown.
Hell yeah.
This is where we find out, as we were talking earlier, is the SEC actually deep and good?
And the answer is no. Give me Tech. Give me Kansas.
Yeah. So Tech at LSU is the first game.
Nope. Take Tech.
Tech is a 2-point favorite. Give me Tech all fucking day.
Kansas at Tennessee. Give me Kansas.
Kansas is a 2-point dog.
Don't care. Give me
Fucking
Kansas.
love that.
Wisconsin. That's not part
Wisconsin
of
at
the
Penn
SEC.
State. I like Wisconsin -3 there.
Any more SEC
Yep.
Big 12 games?
Yep. Florida at West Virginia. West Virginia -4 at home.
I don't know what to make of Florida.
I don't
Our
either.
buddy Jake Goldman just came into the studio, fellow host of Softcore
You can
History.
pop in on this if you want. If you want to run up to the mic. Yeah, fuck it. You know Florida basketball. Hop in here.
Wearing the hat, too.
Is the middle mic on?
Well, no, it's not. I can turn it on. But no.
No, it's fine. You can just talk to us.
Slam West Virginia.
You like West Virginia -4?
Florida's terrible. Like they'll have one good game a year with Mike White. He's not a good coach.
No, he might be going to Tennessee at some point. Maybe.
All right, so smash West
With his
Virginia
brother.
-4 on that. Florida State at Georgia Tech. Florida State's only -3, and I think Tech is getting kind of a spooky rep with Vegas, so Vegas is a little cagey. I could see Florida State winning this game by like fucking 12.
I see a glaring lack. So you actually set up all these picks. Glaring lack of Big East games. What do you have against the Big East?
I just don't care about them. There's not that many good teams. I think
It's
Villanova.
not the old Big East.
I think Villanova is a fraud. I think
False.
Creighton is a fraud.
Villanova's not a fraud.
Fuck the Big East.
Villanova's very good.
Wait, there's one more really good pick. This is the best pick.
Go.
Texas at Kentucky. Texas is a 4-point favorite.
Even with COVID, Texas will beat Kentucky by double digits.
Like we're talking
Yeah.
like 15 points. They win that game.
Oh, they're gonna smash Kentucky.
Texas is going to fucking.
Why is
fuck
that line only
Kentucky.
4?
That was the Ken Palm line. I don't know what the.
Still doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Florida State, Georgia Tech. Why? And that's only 3. Okay.
It
That's
doesn't.
Georgia Tech.
It's because Georgia Tech. It's at Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech has been spooky. They've been a hard out. They're pesky. We talked about this earlier. Josh Pastner.
Florida State's the same team they always are. Long, athletic, can't shoot, plays defense.
Fucking nightmare. If your team doesn't have athletes on it and can't shoot, like if it's some kind, if your team's predicated on your guards slashing into the lanes or something like that, Florida State will fuck your world up.
Alrighty, those are the picks for the week. You're under watch. Tech, West Virginia, Syracuse, Virginia, OU, Texas, Wisconsin, Maryland, Louisville, Clemson, Oregon, UCLA, Kansas, Tennessee, Wisconsin.
Hold
Penn
on, with the
State.
Kansas Tennessee, also bet the under on Tennessee's points. Kansas plays elite defense.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, like I'm talking for the team, bet Tennessee's under on points. Tennessee's offense has been dog shit.
And then Tech, LSU. Yeah, no, I fully sign me up for the Tech LSU under.
Yeah. 100%.
LSU might score 42 points.
Well, the thing with LSU though too, so the Tech LSU over under is a little inflated because LSU statistically has a really good offense.
Right, but
Right.
Tech has
They haven't
an
played a defense
elite
like
defense,
Tech. Yeah, and they haven't played a team like Tech.
No, and Tech, for everything good about Tech, they don't score a whole lot of points either. They know where their bread's
Right.
made.
But
Just play elite defense.
that's the nice thing about this line is that LSU's statistically great offense is going to inflate it.
yes.
This is a pre-game line I feel confident in.
I'll
on
go
the
ahead
under.
and lock that in now. Once I guess
It's not up yet.
It's not up yet.
Yeah.
Well, I will. And let's close the week out with our recurrent segment, the future real estate agent of the week. Rob, who do we have?
This is my favorite one so far, and I would like you guys
I want you to go Google the name.
Google this man.
We need some photos.
Go Google this guy's name that I'm about to say, and then just his name, Instagram. Go see that. He's wonderful.
He's everything you want.
His
out of
name-
this specific program.
Yeah. His name is Jackson Brenchley. That's Jaxon. Not going to bother spelling Brenchley. He's a sophomore at Utah. Pac-12 guy. University of Utah. First off, I'd just like to reiterate that his name is Jackson with an X.
Jackson with an X, baby.
Yeah. He is a 6'5" guard, was a 3-star recruit, and he's not having a great time right now. He played 18
Oh, you don't say.
What?
You don't say.
No. He played 18 minutes a game last year. He's down to 5 minutes a game this year as a sophomore.
Yeah, no, that's typically the wrong direction.
Not what you want. But I think he'll be okay because
It's not getting the PT.
he's not getting the PT, but he's going to get that real estate money. This guy's going to be in commercial real estate.
He doesn't have a face that's going to hold up well for a billboard.
I think he's sexy. I think he's hot.
You think he's hot?
Dude, go look at his hot, like HAWT. Go look at his Instagram. The guy's got 6-pack abs, beautiful blonde hair.
It's
Beautiful.
not beautiful blonde hair.
I mean, the hairstyle is stupid, but it's blonde and it's beautiful. He's gonna be in probably Salt Lake City. He'll
He
move
has
to the
TikTok hair.
He'll move to. Yeah, he's Gen Z, dude. What do you fucking expect? This is what they look like now.
I hate that.
This is what they look like.
He's gonna rock a dangly earring.
He will no, because he's gonna graduate and then he'll have like the classic. He'll clean it up. He's a sophomore in college. Let him live.
I
This
bet
is
he.
as wild as he's gonna get.
I bet he does. He has his own TikTok dance videos.
He already has a super hot girlfriend that he's probably gonna marry because it's Utah. She's a.
He's probably already married to
tight,
her.
tight little blonde girl.
seeing
Beautiful,
this.
beautiful little blonde
Oh,
girl.
no, this is his mom. His mom's kind of sexy too.
And he's gonna crush it at commercial real estate. All right.
Why-
I'm talking like.
I'm
getting
seeing a photo of him holding a tennis racket as well. Is this why you picked him? Is he also a tennis player in high school?
I don't believe so. That's not why I picked him. I picked him because I loved his name mostly.
Because it says model student athlete.
Yeah.
Brenchley had a remarkable senior year. Yes, he played tennis as well. So this is exactly why you picked him. I get it.
I didn't know that actually.
Oh, so yeah, he'll be able to hit the country club and
Yeah.
just sling more real estate.
Yep. He's gonna crush it. He's gonna do, like, if you need a Jimmy John's in a strip mall, this guy's gonna fucking find it for you, and he's gonna make great commission. He's gonna have a nice life. He's gonna live in a cookie cutter suburb in a big ass house.
See, this is the kind of real estate agent that actually has a camera the entire time, and he's just like, hey, what if we work out a deal, Rob?
In what way?
You know, Rob.
Well, with him,
With him,
he's
yeah.
a good looking guy.
Yeah.
Look up his fucking.
What if I knock a few $1,000s off that price?
Well,
What if we only go 15% on that down payment?
I'll do what I have to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I'm just saying that's what he comes off as. He's going to be holding that camera.
that's what he looks at. That's what he looks like. I
Don't
agree
worry,
with
he's not
that.
going to put it on the internet. He's not going to show it to
It's
anybody.
fine, dude. It's fine.
It's fine.
Chill out, bro. He's got a strong jaw, love his hair, gorgeous girlfriend. This guy is going to be a real estate fucking nightmare in Salt Lake City.
What's property value in Salt Lake City these days?
Not gonna Google it.
No.
No, not
you're-
gonna
if you're
Google
to
it.
guess.
I don't give a shit. Andrew Longfellow says, "I'm done having faith in Wisconsin. Most accurate statement of the night. Big Ten eats itself."
Yeah.
But that's because they're good. The SEC's eating itself
Is
because
Big
I
Ten
think
good,
everyone's
or is
mediocre.
it like just wildly mediocre too?
The Big Ten?
Yeah.
Nah, I think they're good. The Big 12 kind of eats itself.
Iowa's good.
Iowa's good. Wisconsin's
Ohio
good.
State's good.
Ohio State's good.
Michigan's good, but Michigan's not playing for 2 weeks. So, by default, our East Coast bias has to just forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Davey Jason's also mad at us for saying that ACC. He says the ACC and Big East are established basketball conferences. Not this Big East.
Not this year.
And not this year in
the
general.
ACC, but yeah, no, we know ACC is usually awesome, but
Yeah, they're
guess,
usually the
guess
GOAT.
who's not awesome this year? North Carolina and Duke. Guess who fucking carries that conference every year?
North Carolina.
North Carolina and Duke.
Although I do think Virginia looks like
Yeah, Virginia's always there now.
Virgin-
They're the third. Florida State's there too with Hamilton.
if I was a Virginia fan, I would be angry if I wasn't in the Elite Eight this year, based on how they're playing right now. I know they got
Yeah, they're-
railroaded by Gonzaga.
It doesn't matter. Everyone's getting railroaded by
Right.
Gonzaga. They haven't lost since. Virginia's figuring it out.
Yeah, and they are. I forget what it's called, but they actually Bennett has put in a new offensive system this
Yeah,
year.
and Sam Hauser is going to steal the hearts of dozens during the tournament.
Yeah, because
Dozens of us.
he's a gorgeous man, and unlike Jackson Brenchley, his name isn't Jackson Brenchley, which helps.
Sam Hauser just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
But
You blew it, Joey. You blew it.
Fucking Joey Hauser. It's going to take a miracle. It's actually going to take Michigan State making and then beating Virginia in the tournament.
I don't think they're making the tournament.
I've got questions about it too.
Yeah. So we'll be back next week with everything that happened, of course, with the Hauser Brother rankings. We'll have another real estate agent of the week. all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Hopefully, tournament's still on by then.
The tournament's not getting canceled this year. It's not
Knock on wood.
not getting canceled this year. We're gonna have a real
It's the
tournament.
only
this
sport that made any type of sacrifice in 2020, and if it happens again, I'll be so mad.
year. And I
And
really
by
can't,
mad, I'll just cry.
yeah, I really can't stress this enough. If Texas and Kentucky play, smash that Texas -4 line.
Yes.
Good lord.
Yeah.
That's highway robbery.
Alrighty, let me go hit us out.
right, well,
Rob,
let's say-
go ahead and
Just talk us out here.
talk us out.
Yeah, we'll say goodbye to everyone else. Thank you guys for watching and listening. As always, rate and review the Drinking Bros Sports feed. That's how we get more people. That's how we get to the top of the charts. We need you guys. And again, thank you for listening. For Dan Regester, I'm Rob.